Hey Chris, what have you got going on there?
Well, this is the last part of the move, so I'm just putting my things away. It's one of my first TDI standards and procedures.
You know, many ITI employees have prior experience on dive boats or at dive resorts. Your liveaboard experience is fairly unique though.
It is very similar to the backgrounds that Sean has and several other our staff members. I was very fortunate to work on a liveaboard, but I spent 10 years in a single location. I was in Galapagos with the Aggressor Fleet, and it was pretty incredible.
Do you have a particularly memorable experience from that time?
Oh, all of them. It was fantastic. The big animals, it's mind blowing. But I tell you what, it spoiled me for a little bit. You know, there was like 2 or 3 years in my life where I just spent the whole time out staring into the blue, waiting for a whale shark or a school of hammerheads to come up. And finally, I'm back where I was. I get excited every dive. Doesn't matter what dive it is. I'm in the water, and it's where I want to be. But for a while, I was a little bit spoiled with Galapagos.
How has your liveaboard experience related to your job as head of international training sales effort?
Well, they say one of the most important things in sales is relationships. So aside from being able to understand the consumers and their needs, the education, and being able to see it firsthand, I formed a lot of relationships in those 10 years. And people would come down over and over to the destination. They loved it. Oh, Chris is our dive master again. And when I left the Aggressor Fleet, I'd walk into a dive center and I'd say, "Hey, how are you? Yes, I remember you. You, Chris, of course. You were our dive master, our instructor back in, 96, 97, whenever it was." And rather to have to build those relationships from scratch, we were actually very lucky because the relationship just kept on going. It was just an evolving relationship. So that was that was pretty fantastic. It was wonderful walking into stores and saying, "Yes, yes, oh, great seeing you again. Wow, what are you doing back in the States?"
How long have you been with ITI?
Oh, geez. Almost 10 years. Coming up to 10 years.
What do your responsibilities at ITI include?
So my main responsibility here at the company is basically to be the link between World HQ and the sales team. I'm the form of communication from Brian Carney onto them and the marketing department onto them, and then vice versa. What they need, what they project as far as their goals and their targets, we share those as a team, and that's kind of how we move forward. The other thing that we do here in this office particularly is we manage all the facilities south of the United States.
I've noticed that when I see you talking on the phone, it's frequently in Spanish. How many languages do you speak?
I speak English, Spanish, and then German, though my German could really be a lot better. I just don't get to practice it that much.
So, in other words, you help put the international in international training.
Yes. Yeah, I guess I kind of do, and it really helps because there's so many cultures that you deal with just on this side of the globe, and it's nice being able to adapt when you're trying to do business strategies and deals and understand people. Absolutely.